Good afternoon, my name is Jason. The question that was asked to me was, how are the limitations of students' rights an illustration of the First Amendment in public schools? So in order to understand what the question is, we have to know what the First Amendment is. According to the Constitution, the First Amendment is the freedom of speech, press, assembly, religion, and the right to petition. Students are being limited to what they can freely express in schools. So rights in public schools are being limited and results in student punishment. Looking at the court case Tinker versus Des Moines, students were sent home for expressing themselves to show truce for the Vietnam War, so they wore black armbands. And this is a peaceful protest. They weren't harming anyone and they weren't distracting anyone. The day went on and they just showed their support. Looking at the next case, the Third Circuit of Appeals finds the First Amendment protects off-campus internet speech. In the case Layshot versus the Hermitage School, the student made a parody page about his principal using MySpace. It was not on school campus and it wasn't during school hours. Therefore, outside of school, the student is just any other citizen. So, however, there is a place, time, and manner restriction on students' and citizens' rights. Time being when to express, place being where to express, and manner being the mode of expression. If students were to express during school, they would be distracting other students from their learning. Place being the school and mode. Limitations on students' rights in public schools illustrate how much the First Amendment is being disregarded in high schools, but there's a place, time, and manner restriction on students' rights. The implication is if public schools were to allow students to express as their rights allow them to, there would not be so many problems in schools. What are your questions?
All right, first question. How valid and reliable are the sources that you use, and how do you know?
The sources I used are valid because they are actual court cases that happen in the Supreme Court, so that's how I know that they're valid.
Next question, if I can get these papers apart, there we go. Explain the level of certainty you have about your conclusion.
My conclusion, I believe, is very certain. If you ask any student in this school, I'm pretty sure they would agree with me. And the court cases themselves prove that schools are limiting our rights.
All right, thank you.